All right, so today we are going to focus more on those story problems, but using math skills that you know to focus on those real world word problems. So, and being able to justify them at the end and know that you have a realistic answer. So before we start today, I want you to take a second and figure out which of the three answers below, A, B, or C, would be most likely to be the answer of this story problem. Sarah has 68 apples left on her fruit stand. She goes back to the orchard to pick more. Now she has 123 apples. How many did she pick at the orchard? Take a moment, just based on the number you're seeing and what kind of problem that would be, what would make the most sense as an answer if you had to pick one without solving? So you should have chose C, 55. I want to explain this and get into this one a little bit before I move on. So with 68 apples and now she has 123. So if we go through those steps of yesterday, reading it, I understand that she had 68 and now she has 123. And I'm solving for how many she added to that 68 to get 123. I can do that by subtracting the two to find the difference. So if I know before I get even into solving the numbers she had and that I am subtracting, 100 no longer makes sense. If she was adding, just with my own mental math, adding 100 to 68 would not get me anywhere close to 123 because it'd be 168. 12 would not be near enough because I know I'm still in two-digit numbers. So 55 without doing any math equation, 55 seems to be the most realistic answer. So if we move back into the equation we solved yesterday with the crayons. So 12 packets of crayons, 7 of the packets had 9 crayons, and the other 5 had 10. So we had 7 times 9 equals 63, and 5 times 10 equals 50, and then we added them together to get 113. That's how many crayons they had in all. And if I'm justifying this answer, it makes sense with the numbers that I'm given. So I kind of hinted at this yesterday, that saying that the teacher at the end had 2 or 3 crayons would not make sense to the story because she's starting with 12 packets of crayons. So already 12 is bigger than my answer. So I, at some point, made a mistake and need to go back and look at my math. Maybe I used the wrong equation, or I missed a number at some point. But if I'm getting a number that is that different, I'm doing something wrong. If I can see that there's 7 of 9 and 5 of 10, my number's already getting very large. And then putting them all together, that's how I'm getting 113. Okay, that's a real possible answer for what is being asked. So I want you to look at this problem and how it was solved below. Okay, so if Ashton had 2 boxes of pencils with 14 pencils in each box, she gave 6 pencils to her brother. How many pencils did Ashton have left? And I want you to think about what you know. So understand the problem, step 1. Figure out what you're solving. How would you go about solving it? Step 2. Step 3, just try to do as much as you can in your head. And then step 4, I want you to check the work that's been given and figure out if it would make sense or not. So take some time to do that. So if you look at the problem based on what you knew, she had 2 boxes of pencils of 14. Okay, 14 and 14. I see that here. 14 plus 14. She gave 6 pencils to her brother, or sorry, to his brother. How many pencils did Ashton have left? So I know have left is a clue word that I'm doing something that was not done in this equation here. Also, she gave 6 pencils to his brother. Not she. He gave 6 pencils to his brother. So that would mean that I've done something wrong and that this answer is not making sense. So I'm going back and checking my work based on what was given in the problem. This should not be adding 6 because he gave them to his brother. It should be subtracting 6 to get that he gave to his brother. So now he has 22. So when we're checking and justifying our answers, it's not always going to be an extreme difference. 34 to 22 is not a big difference in number, but I had to go back and check the words of my problem and my understanding to check my work that I did. So one more to go through that I want you to work out or have a discussion about. So Cole and Bryson went to the video game show. Cole won 152 tickets. Bryson won 84 tickets. They want to put their tickets together to get a large toy monkey that costs 300 tickets. Do they have enough to get it? Oh no, I messed up. Pause. So I want you to stop and discuss this problem and you're justifying the answer. So Cole and Bryson went to an arcade. Cole won 152 tickets and Bryson won 84 tickets. They want to put their tickets together to get a large toy monkey that costs 300 tickets. How many more do they need to get the monkey? So would 200 be an answer that makes sense here? And I want you to discuss why or why not. So after your discussion, you should have come to a conclusion that 200 would not be a justified answer because with the numbers that I'm given before I do any solving, 152 plus 84, mental math that I can do, I know that I'm already into the 200s. So if I'm already into the 200s, he would not need 200 more to get, or they would not need 200 more to get the 300 tickets. So I know that if I did the math of this problem and got 200 or more, I've made a mistake and I need to go back and check my answer. Make sure today when you go through some more story problems that you are going back and checking and justifying your answer before submitting anything. You want to make sure that you have an answer that makes sense with each problem.